Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are live on YouTube here at Mark Vlogs Watches. I am, in fact, the author of Let Dogs Be Dogs, and I can help you with your dog behavior problems. Just email me, and we can talk about what I can do to help you. Well, guys, today, to get the quick fist watch check out of the way, I will let you know that I am wearing the Polar Explorer. Now, I am not what you would call a sophisticated live streamer. Valen Grey Moon first, of course you are. You will hear me occasionally talking to people in the, in the comments section. So, guys, as you come into the comments section, I will be greeting you as I potentially can. Understand that I'm not like really good at this, so the whole live streaming thing is a little bit new to me, and I may occasionally be looking down here to read the live stream comments. So we have Dave and Nate and Michael and Mr. 2. Martin, thank you all for being here. Yeah, I don't frequently live stream, guys, but here we are. Okay, Rich, Martin, Jerry, yeah. So thank you guys for being here. So I got a video recently from a gentleman. Wristwatch check, Tudor Black Bay, black blue in the house. I've got the Explorer Polar edition. Okay, so I recently received a letter, an email. In fact, it just came, and it was a fellow who said that he was offered a 2014 Hulk complete set. I'm going to tell you the deal. I'm going to tell you the price. And then in the comments now, live, and when this posts up in the comments section, I want you to tell me if you think this is the right deal. Is it a good deal? Anyway, 2014 Hulk complete set. It's a work buddy of this guy, so it's not like a dark alley deal. The asking price, $11,800. And so my subscriber asked me in the comments section if this was a deal that he should do, and he said, gee, he would just kill himself if they discontinue it in 2020, and he didn't do the deal. Okay, so now it's funny because some of you are saying, oh my God, buy it, yeah, good price. Others of you are saying, no, it's not a good price. So here's what I have to tell you. My advice to him was that it wasn't an insanely low price, certainly not the lowest price that I have seen lately, but that it was in fact a very good price. Decent, very decent price, probably the best way to put it. PP says it depends on condition, and I don't disagree with that. Things naturally, everything always depends on condition, doesn't it? But the funny thing is, if you're saying this is a crappy too high price or not really an excellent price, I think you might be laboring under slightly outdated information. My information comes from eBay, and not from eBay listing prices, but from eBay sold prices. So if you flick the tab for sold prices, and you look and see what are they listing for. I mean, you'll find them listed for $16,000, $17,000, $18,000, but that's not what they're really selling for. But they are selling for 12 and 13 now, 13 easy. And the funny thing was, that is a pop up from where they were selling not all that long ago. I think that about if you go back only a year or so ago, they were in the $11,000 range. So this guy's price of $11,800, I would have thought a year ago was a little high. 6 months ago, I would have thought it at $12,000 was decent, but now I think $12,000, $11,800 is like actually pretty good. So those of you who are complaining that that's a crappy price, well, where are you getting your information from? I don't know if you can hear my dog, she's complaining. She does not have to go to the bathroom, I can tell you this much. Look, there she is, there's my girl. What it is a quick fist watch check is what she's saying. It's dinner time. And if you know anything about German Shepherds, you know they love to eat. So Bud the Stud, he tried to buy his Hulk back at $12,500 and it was a no-go. Yeah, because they're selling for more like $13,000. I think you could buy your Hulk back, Bud, at $13,500, but not at $12,500. And Bud's further saying that he thinks it's going to be discontinued soon. And I kind of, listen, we don't know, right? Did I think that the Batman was going to be discontinued in favor of the Batgirl this year? No, I didn't. But it didn't entirely shock me. What did entirely shock me was when they discontinued the Black. I mean, that's like the foot soldier, the pawn, the most, that was like the frontline GMT watch. So that really, that shook me, guys. I was shooketh. There are some funny comments in the live stream. I don't know if YouTube is going to permit this. It's an Orange Crush, guys. It's not a cocktail, I assure you. Guys, you're talking about condition in the live stream comments, and I agree. Listen, we're talking about a good condition, but you're talking about buying a Hulk. Let's presume that it's in good condition, full kit. 2014 year, which I don't think matters. Any year of the Hulk is good, and it's a full kit for under 12. That's a little hard to find. Now, if it was 11, $800 cheaper than where the guy was, buying it at, I would have told him, no, it's a terrible deal. Give me your friend's name because I'll buy it. But I kind of actually want to talk to you about that. So, I want to talk to you about that in a second. So my advice was 11.8 was, yeah, I thought he should pull the trigger, and I thought he would kill himself later if he didn't. I don't think you will commonly find it much cheaper than that. Now, if you got a buddy, or you look into one on Craigslist, if you're like a rancher and you keep an eye on the funeral homes, maybe you'll find that rare deal. There's always that guy who just is trying to like flip out of something super quick, fast, and just will take less money if he can get instant cash. So you do have those occasionally incredible deals where people will just, almost give you free money by giving you a discount on the watch. Speaking of free money, super chats are not demanded, but are always appreciated. I don't drink beer, but a case of Orange Crush is only $10 at Sam's Club. And speaking of money, I'll be on the Pontiff tonight, more than likely. So on my, would I pay $7 for one with no box and papers, Michael Lou? Would I pay $7 for what, Michael? A Hulk? Yeah. Yeah. How many you want to sell me? As long as they're not Chinese. I would get them authenticated. Yes, Michael. Michael is asking, would I pay $7,000 for a naked, orphan, no box, no papers Hulk? All day long. You would have no trouble reselling that right now for 10, 11, I think. I don't think that'd be any problem whatsoever. Now, mind you, if you're buying a naked one, you want to get it authenticated. So, if this is a Craigslist deal, if it's not coming from an incredibly trusted source, I would be concerned that was it real, was it fake? I would want to know. So, listen, there's this app called Let Go, I think is the name of the app. And it's basically like Craigslist. It's sort of like an online garage sale. I have that app on the iPhone. And I found a guy who had listed, and he was close to me, right? He had listed a Submariner date for $4,000. And he showed pictures of it. Oh, box and papers. No. No papers. Box, no papers. And he showed a picture of it, and I gotta say the picture looked really super legit. I mean, listen, I'm not an appraiser, but I've been in watches a long time. I've handled a lot of Rolex real and some fake when I travel just to see what they feel like, and I feel like I could tell the difference on anything but like a super fake. Even then, maybe I could. Anyway, so I made him an immediate offer, and I told him that I would be happy to meet him at the authorized dealer. He knew the authorized dealer. He said, sure, I'll meet you there. And then, but of course, when it came time to make the appointment to meet him at the authorized dealer, well, that's where it fell apart. So somebody asked, what if it's stolen? Michael said, what if it's stolen? Well, that's not too difficult to deal with. Just get the serial number. Those are engraved on the bottom of the rehaut. Just put the serial number into Google and see if anything comes up. Is that 100% foolproof? No, but it's certainly as much as you're going to be able to accomplish. Yeah, I think due diligence suggests that you would Google the serial number, but I wouldn't worry about it too much. PG says, Mark, what are your thoughts on insurance? Watch insurance is well, first of all, a lot of you people think your watches are insured because you have homeowners insurance or renter's insurance, which covers contents. But I could tell you that watches are covered under that portion of your homeowners up to, not universally, but generally speaking, a very low level, like no more than, let's say, $2,000. So you are not protected for a $10,000 Rolex. You think you are, but you are not. You're protected up to a loss limit of like maybe only $2,000, unless you put a special rider on your homeowner's insurance. Now, if you do that, if I recall correctly, the cost of doing that is around $8 or $9 the thousand. So to insure a $10,000 watch would cost you $80 or $90 a year, just that one watch. So you got to make sure that it covers mysterious disappearance. Like, there's a lot to know about buying insurance. Mysterious disappearances, it was in your hotel room, you forgot it on the nightstand, you go back and it's gone. That's not the same as, breakage, fire, or like it's also not the same as a strong arm robbery where there's a police report with witnesses that you were mugged on the street. So insurance for watches is actually pretty expensive, in my opinion. There are things that you can do instead of insuring your watches, and I think that there are some sensible things that you can do. So, for example, you can put a burglar alarm into your home. I certainly have mine. You can have, well, that's part of my security system right there. In the States, we have the Second Amendment, so we have armaments, a lot of us, and you can have a safe. I think really the two things that I think are probably the smartest to do that I have done is to put a security system into the home. Number one, cheap and easy. I like Simply Safe, by the way. Super easy and really good equipment. Terrific customer service. Just I'm not on commission, but. And then secondly is to have get a safe deposit box at a branch of your bank and keep most of your watches off premise. And that's what I do, right? So at any given moment, there's very few, if any, watches in this house other than like maybe the one I'm wearing. And I stop, but they know me at the bank. They're, oh, hi, Mr. Goldberg, come on in. What watch do you want today? Like, they know, because they ask me, why are you in here so often? So I feel like, you can get a safety deposit box at your bank, depending on your balance, either for free or, $100 a year, $75 a year. Okay, guys, what else is going on in these live stream comments? Will I be on Archie tonight? I think that I will. I am supposed to be going to a movie tonight, so it just depends on what time he starts his stream, if I can make it. Hopefully, yes. So, back to the Hulk. There's something that I didn't tell you. I want a Hulk. Are any of you surprised that, I want a Hulk? So, of my larger watches, over 40 millimeter, this is probably my favorite. This is a 42 millimeter watch. It's only 12.5 millimeters thick, so it doesn't wear hard. By hard, I mean it's not heavy, it's just an easy, humane, happy watch to wear, this one. I have the Sea Dweller 43, and as you know, I went through this concept of whether I should sell it or not, and I made a couple videos. At the end of the day, I couldn't sell it. I really want to sell it. Why have you gone large and now you're going small? Because I'm crazy. Because I have mental problems. I have commitment issues. I have significant horological OCD, issues. So I got the 43 millimeter Sea Dweller, and it's not an easy watch. Okay, it's a lot easier than the James Cameron Deep Sea Dweller, but it's a lot easier than that. But still, and so I got a Submariner just for shits and giggles. 40 millimeter sub. I bought it used, full kit on eBay, 85.50, smidgen below. I got it 8,500. 8,550 is MSRP. I got it for 8,500, so just a tiny bit under MSRP, but with a 2 years parts and labor warranty, full kit. So I was pleased with that deal. They are really hard to come by, under MSRP, even used now, regardless of age. And mine is a ceramic one. Especially when you consider the sales tax. I live in an area where sales tax is about 10%, so it's a killer. Those of you who are in the UK, I think you pay a 20% VAT. VAT, that's even worse. Ooh, killer. Double fisted in the UK. But when I started wearing that Submariner, I was like really surprised to find that I just enjoyed it, liked it. I liked it a lot better than I thought I would. And so that really, really got me to thinking about a Hulk. Because the Submariner, although it's a really lovely watch, it's a little boring. If you have one, you probably know what I mean. Don't get me wrong, guys. I feel lucky to have it. And on many levels, I think it's like a perfect watch. Perfect watch. But because it's been copied so much by every other watch manufacturer, because there are so many homages out there to it, and because it's so iconic, everything else in the entire dive watch genre has come to resemble it. So therefore, it's just a little bit boring. That being said, I think it would be really cool to be able to occasionally put a green one on my wrist. So anyway, the exciting thing that has happened to me is, and this is incredible, it's incredible that when you win a place to stand in line, you feel happy about just the opportunity to just even get in line. But I'm told I'm on the waiting list. So this is a good thing. I'm on the list. Now, what does that really mean? Well, it depends entirely on what AD, what relationship that you have with that AD. Let's just say I have a really comfortable relationship with this particular AD, with the management. Nothing untoward. This is not like bribery. I'm going to buy my watch. I'm going to pay, full retail. But it's just not easy to find an authorized dealer these days. I've bought from them before, which, by the way, I think that really, really counts. Any AD that I have ever stopped in and chit-chatted and visited with has asked me, "Have you purchased a watch from us before?" And depending on the AD, that the answer is generally going to be no, I haven't. But there are a couple in the area who I have, and they're always very, I don't know if impressed is the right word, but it registers on anybody that I'm talking to at an AD. And at the AD, I've been asked that question by even the newest salespeople on the floor. There's an AD I've been going to for 30 years, 35 years in this area. And yes, I purchased a watch from them before, probably before the kid who's asking me was even born, The long and the short is that I will be eventually, hopefully, before it gets discontinued, getting a Hulk. That would be nice. I can't swear, but I'm excited. I'm excited by the chance. I feel like, remember Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? Remember how Willy was happy just to get a chocolate bar because there might be a ticket inside there? Well, I feel a little bit like Willy Wonka, right now. And I've won a place to maybe win a place. Imagine you couldn't buy a Powerball ticket without first winning a scratch-off that gives you the right to buy the Powerball to see if you have a shot at the grand fortune. And that's what it's like, The AD didn't even want to put me on the waiting list until they were sure that they had a good chance of fulfilling the order. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm not naming names because I don't want any disappointment on my part, on your part, but we'll see. So that's potentially incoming. That's one thing. And I have incoming something interesting on Wednesday this week. So just in a few days, Wednesday this coming week, I've got incoming, gentlemen. Now, Rancher, I see that the Rancher is in the comments. He knows what this is because he is my horological daughter or son or, you know, whatever gender we're going with, you know, in the next day or two. He prefers it when I call him son, but sometimes I mess around with him, calling my daughter. But anyway, I am his horological mother, apparently. So, Clyde, you're exempt. You're not allowed to play the guessing game here. I would prefer you do not reveal. But I would like you to tell me, guys, in the comments, what's the last damn watch or brand that you think that I would... Clyde, you keep telling me to turn up my volume. It's up. I don't think there's anything I can do about the volume. Everything is as high as it can go. Okay. So put it in the comments. Actually, Clyde, it's probably more likely that you need to turn the volume up on your TV. I know you bought it at Kmart. So, all right, we're getting the brands are coming in. No, it's not a Squally. No, it's not a Tag Heuer. What else? Cartier. You know, I kind of started to like the Cartier Roadster after the Pontiff made several videos about his, which of course he flipped. But I was young and naive when he had the Cartier Roadster. And what I mean by young and naive was I believed for a moment that he actually had it in his collection and he was keeping it. Little did I know back then, most of what he gets in his collection is just flippable. He'll make 20, 30, 40, 50 videos about it to get you all charged up, to get Google ad revenue, and then he'll sell it. But there's a couple Cartier that I do like, but no, it's not Cartier. Hublot. No, monsieur, it is not an Hublot. Brumont. No, it is not a Brumont. The Roadster, it is not. Breitling, you know, I'm getting out of Breitling. Doxa, I really like Doxa. I'm going to talk about Breitling, come back to Doxa. I had 4 Breitling, I'm down to 1. The one that I still have is the Galactic Unitime Sleek T World Time. So I still have that one. The Doxa watches I really kind of like, but I'll tell you what disturbs me about them. Rich last night on the Archie Luxury stream had a really nice one, and I do like the Beads of Race bracelet. I kind of like the Doxa, but they have these bezels which are not like normal dive bezels. They have decompression calculations on them, and I hate that. I just hate that they do that, because to me it looks like a slide rule. You have no idea, people, how much I hate math. Like, hate it. And it looks like you have to do math on the bezel, so it's killer for me. So no, it is not a Doxa. Breguet Marine. Those are cool, bud. Bud the Stud says Breguet Marine. You know, that might eventually register for me. Emad B asks how I am liking the new Omega. This is more news. More news. The new Omega, I have another video or 2 to make, and then I'm going to sell it. So if one of you would be interested in buying that gorgeous new full kit, beautiful wood box presentation by me, it's very nice. I think I'm going to sell it, guys. And I'm going to tell you why I'm going to sell that Omega. First, the good. Almost everything about that watch is good. The dial is gorgeous. It's flashy. It's unique. It changes in the light. I really like it very, very much. The bracelet is good. It's not great, but it's good. The clasp is better than good. It's great. The movement is terrific. The display back is awesome. But for me, this is a very personal thing, but for me, that Omega has one fatal flaw that I just cannot get over. I thought I could, but I can't. It's the skeleton hands. Now, they're beautiful, so they look really good, but for me, I'm a nutball about lume. I mean, I carry around a blacklight, little blacklight flashlight, you know, and I'm constantly charging up my watches, and I do wear them at night, and that Omega has skeleton hands, which means there's lume on the very edges. It's a very well loomed dial. but there's just not a lot of lume on the hands because the hands are very thin due to the skeletonization, and therefore it's hard to read in the middle of the night with its lume. You can see the hour plots beautifully, but I got crappy eyes, so it's a little hard. Yeah, so I'm going to sell it. Someone's going to get a very good price on that watch because I think I'm going to sell it for $4,500, $42, somewhere like that. Clive Watch Wrangler, $2. When is Starchy coming on? I don't think Starchy will be coming on, but thank you for the $2, Clydesy. So, NI Addictive Guy says, I sold my Omega because of the skeleton hands. Well, I'm with you. That is the reason that I am going to sell mine. It now retails for $5,000 and change, like right around $5,000. I will be giving a nice discount off of that, but I will not be giving it away either. It'll just be a good price, like a good solid price. Anyway, if you're interested, markgoldberg8@gmail.com. Okay, Breitling, I've gotten mostly out of Breitling. I've only kept one. Everything else was sold. By the way, everybody says, especially the Pontiff, Breitling is soft. Fuckers, Breitling is soft. Well, yes, it is, but that represents buying opportunities. So I sold 3 Breitlings, and I didn't lose any money. In fact, I might have made a little bit of money because each of those Breitlings I bought very cheap. I didn't buy any of them new. I bought one from a Facebook buddy, and I bought the others on eBay. So I was able to resell them at reasonable prices and get most or all of my money back. I think I lost a little on some and made a little on the others, and I think at the end of the day it pretty well evened out. So a brand which is very, very soft for purchase price just offers buying opportunity, guys. Buying opportunity. Okay, so no, I'm not getting a Doxa. Ghislaine, am I keeping the Sleek T? Yes, I've kept the Sleek T World Timer. Rolex, well, I'm always in the market for a Rolex, maybe a Hulk. I hope that comes soon. That would be extremely exciting to get the Hulk. And for me, that's utterly a keeper. It's not a seller. A Patek, no. A Shinola, a lot of people said Shinola, no. Shinola, come on, people, get serious. Here's the thing, guys, about Patek Hydronaut. Hydronaut is an ugly watch. I'm sorry, Austin, but the Hydronaut is one of the ugliest watches in production today or ever. Ugh. But then again, Austin calls this watch horrendous. He didn't call it an abortion, but he did horrendous. He called it horrendous, and he said in a video that if someone gave him one, he would sell it or give it away. So he and I have very different tastes. I have good taste. Okay, another ball. No, one is enough. Patek. I am not qualified to own a Patek. Patek is an awful lot of horology, and it's not super robust. It means it's kind of a delicate heirloom kind of a watch, and I'm like constantly, smashing things accidentally. So I should not have a Patek. And in general, I don't like Pateks. I appreciate them, but I don't like them for me. I appreciate the beauty and horology of them, but they are like a delicate, object, and I'm a rough and tumble kind of guy. Let's see. The problem in general with me for a Patek is they're kind of like dress watches, and I'm like a sports watch kind of guy. Although, I don't remember, 5525, is that what it is, guys? The Pilot watch with the home and away time. That's cool. It's big. I think it's 42 millimeters, but it's expensive. It's $45,000 or $50,000, and that's just, yeah, not me. Okay, so one person way up above guessed the brand. Raymond Weil, no. One person, let me go back, Blancpain. I like Blancpain. I like Don's 50 Fathoms. But on me, those things look like pie plates, so not so much for me. Okay, guys, you know what it is? And we're gonna end on this note. I got a Grand Seiko. Coming in. Will I keep it? I don't know. We'll have to see. But I think I will. I'm buying it with the intention of keeping it. PG has donated $5 to the Hulk Fund. Well, aren't you kind? Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yes, I have a specific Grand Seiko coming in. I think I'm going to love it. You don't know till you know. But you will be the first people to know. I will do an unboxing of it sometime next week. Bud asks if it's a snowflake. And here's the deal. Excellent listener asks, which GS? Ghislaine, which GS? Captain Zed, flip that Seiko. Main AR says, please tell us it is a spring drive. McKinley loves his GS, whatever that number is. Okay, well, here's the deal. I'm not telling. I'm not going to tell you people which Grand Seiko I have coming in, but I have one coming in that I think will appeal to me. Bud to Stud, Mark, I had a Grand Seiko. You can't go from a Rolex to a Grand Seiko. You will never feel the amount of money you have in it. That's my big fear, Bud to Stud. That's my big fear, right? But we'll see. You know, we'll see. You may be right. You're probably right. But hey, you know, watches were meant to be bought, sold, and flipped. So we will see. By and large, Rolex is keepers. I don't sell modern Rolexes. I dabbled with the idea, and then I was like, I'm so glad I didn't do it also. You know, because when an authorized dealer is willing to put you on their list, you should be freaking grateful that they sold you anything, and you should keep it. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's me. I'm a keeper. I'm a keeper of Rolex, modern, and I may possibly be a flipper of other stuff, but you know, at least I'm not like the rancher, right? How many watches did you sell this year, Clive? A lot of watches. Been a lot of turmoil in the old ranching collection. Mine has been a little more stable, but I have gone from like a bunch of watches, and I have narrowed the field. I have thinned down the herd, gotten to a little bit more of a core collection. So if you are interested in an Omega SMP, the one that I unboxed and have done videos on, you know, get a hold of me. I'll make you a deal. I want to thank you for having been with me. This has been a pleasure. Hopefully I will see you and the regular cast of characters on the Archie Luxury stream tonight. I have been asked to quit talking about having a meet and greet for the little people at the Cardinal Conclave. I want to personally apologize right now to anybody who was offended by the term. That is just sick Goldberg kind of humor. Of course we're going to have a meet and greet for the fans. Of course we want to meet with you, we want to drink with you, we want to hang out with you. Of course we do. So please spread the word far and wide. We're very grateful to have fans. It's a miracle that we're entrusted with this platform called YouTube. It's unbelievable to me that you know who I am. If you've got a dog problem, by the way, you should also email me, because I do telephone consults. They're very extensive. I would want to get a whole lot of data. If you've got a big dog problem, I want to hear a lot about it. Anyway, yeah, I do $149 dog behavior consults all around the world in English y en Espanol. And they last anywhere from an hour to 2 hours. That would be if you've got a biting dog, a potty problem, you're raising a puppy that's biting the kids, you have an aggression issue. I mean, you may, if you don't, no worries. But I can help you personally if you do. The Fat Gent has said that his watch, well, first of all, Fat Gent, it is very great to see you. Thank you for being here. I hope you are enjoying the JLC diver that I sold you. If not, I hope it has moved along to a new home. But knowing you, I'm pretty sure you still have it. And you said that the watch disease is starting to interfere with your life, and I can completely understand that. I completely understand it, because we can devote so much energy, spin the wheels, devote too much money to this hobby to the point where it can exhaust us. You know, it can just become an exhausting. Most of the time it's fun and I love it, but there are points in time when I am exhausted and I want to make the madness stop, and I want to sell everything, and then I take a couple of days off of YouTube. I just will wear one damn watch for 2 days, and then I just feel like I'm getting better. So, guys, thank you for being with me. Thank you for being my fan. I will see you tonight on Archie Luxury. Eventually, we will announce a meet and greet for the fans of the Cardinal Conclave, It'll be our pleasure to eat with you, to drink with you, to compare watches and notes with you. Quite frankly, we're really looking forward to it. I will see you in the next one. And now I got to hunt around and find this little button. Guys, thanks for the little bits of money.